And the fact that we're at 9.5 and it's the Sylas coming out, let's see it in action.
All right, Raz, match of the week. Now, for all of you at home, you'll remember this as the Summer 2018 final. Went to all 5 games, with RNG taking it out and securing first seed at Worlds.
Oh, and we're getting the pick too.
We're not stopping. Karsa's been bounded, flashed. W start, which is not the end of the world, but that flash is.
Oh my God, he was getting just enraptured by the fans, man. The people out there wanted to see this game happen live. The fans were ready to see this one too. And he was just listening to them. That's why he wasn't looking at the map. That's why. I'm telling you, of course.
Raz, this series means so much for a lot of people. It could be huge, and this man in the top lane is why.
TheShy back in action. He's put out there in Weibo that, you know, he was ready to retire. He was fine. But like the people in the Expendables, they just keep bringing him back. RNG needed him. You had, right now, at this stage in the moment, Xiohu and Karsa who were having MVP performances this split. Uzi comes back early, but why are they struggling in some of these games? It's because Amazing J had been really underperforming in a lot of these.
Yep.
And even in teamfights, something that I actually thought to be his greatest strength hasn't been too good. The fact that now we're finally getting TheShy here is something that I love to see. Back in action, you can already see he's a real smart character around this. The Fiora in his first game back.
And he's versing Sylas on TheShy. TheShy has been the game 1 starter here for Invictus Gaming 9 out of 10 times as well. So TheShy into TheShy, I mean, this is the matchup all over again.
This is something you love to see. I mean, we saw this. I know we saw more of that me last year, but I always felt that TheShy was far more flexible, was far more ready for the Worlds patch. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see him, but take a look at this.
That's an interesting rune set there for Uzi.
Hail of Blades Tristana. I want to talk about this because we saw a lethal tempo on Tristana when we saw Teddy pick it up going up against Griffin. But we're going to go for the all-in.
You're not going to get a chance, but you will get a chance to see it here on Uzi. Hail of Blades versus Hail of Blades. Looks like Baolan has to flash out of the winds of war.
That was it in action, but Karsa wants the fight to go through. Don't get away from my chickens!
I mean, he wants revenge there, Raz. The chickens will go down. Ning not level 4 just yet. Undertow connects. Xiohu coming in to support. But Ning backs away, getting everything from the trade.
Last year, Ning's best champion, performing champion, was the Olaf. He just wants to find the matchup and isolate it. That's really his go-to. As long as Ning can keep his lane safe in that bubble and he knows where Karsa is at all times, that's what gets him away in this matchup. But take a look at the wave management here from Rookie. This makes it so now Ning can have an access towards a gank here.
Yep.
Xiohu needs Karsa here a little bit more. Karsa's going to have a tough early game. The fact that he lost his flash early, lost his Raptors just there, and now Xiaohu's certainly going to need some help. Maybe throw TheShy line as well.
Yeah, you might need one. The bottom lane won't though, Raz, so the reason I'm looking at this once again is because Uzi found the shove out of lane for JackeyLove and Baolan, making it a little bit dicey there for IG. But Uzi with the Hail of Blades, curious to see more of this.
Yeah, now that I get Spock to speak about it a little bit more, because
the
difference between Lethal Tempo and Hail of Blades is Lethal Tempo lasts a little bit longer, but man, does Hail of Blades act instantly. So if you go all in, as I mentioned in the previous iterations of Lethal Tempo that we've seen it in action, it takes some time before it ramps up. It gives an opportunity for the enemy AD carry to flash away. Don't have to really deal with it. But in this case, all in, you get the Hail of Blades action instantly, and you can get that first blow up in your satchel, your E. So, like, the matchup was already bad for the Kalista. It's that much worse now, and you're starting to see how much of the pressure is starting to pull over.
Right, we'll see if the CS lead grows there in the bottom lane, of course. Eyes on the top lane as TheShy is just losing out to these trades. Tough being a Fiora against the re-enabled Sylas.
Welcome back, Sylas. Welcome back, TheShy. This is dive range. He's maxing out his Q. That's what's surprising me right now.
What else is going to happen here? Abscond, abduct the other way, of course, from TheShy. Not going back in, but TheShy, a favorable trade under the turret pressure.
Remember, if he uses abduct towards the Fiora, I mean, you can just get repelled, my friend.
Yep.
That stun's coming right back at you. So I like the matchup once you get out of the early laning phase. But he's struggling, man. Not only does he have the Rejuve V, he has refillable potions, double Doran's Blade. His entire game plan right now is to stay alive.
And he already used the teleport before, TheShy did too, but turret planing there for the top laner of Invictus Gaming. RNG, he's running back there. TheShy, his debut game back into the 2019 is not off to a good start.
It's pretty damn funny. They pull you back into it. They're saying you're going back in there, old man.
Who am I versing?
The youngest gun in the game. Literally Arnold Schwarzenegger at his peak of strength. You're like, go up against that man, try him, take him down.
What's he left with? Well, he's left with kind of being the old news there for TheShy. What's the comparison? Rocky Balboa. Right? Old news. Arnold's the new fresh thing on the market.
You're going too deep in the references. Now I'm starting to not understand.
I'll apologize. I'll bring us back to reality. Uzi, Halo Blade once again. Rocket jump on the face. Ignite there onto JackeyLove. Wins the floor. First blood onto Uzi.
Double jump to get the slowdown there. It's a hard life for JackeyLove. He doesn't have his summoners. It's only harder now.
You can see the response coming through from Ning, but that's just to secure up the wave and help Baolan hold this for a little bit longer as Ning dissipates and leaves. That first blood with Cull in the inventory of Uzi nets a little bit of match.
Where are we going, Karsa? Right over the wall, and he has one game plan. It's the jumping Tristana. I love to see this. No summoners. He goes for the full satchel blow up, and he jumps again. The damage is also nice for it, and of course Galio just nets the kill as a fadeaway. So RNG, unsurprisingly, focusing towards the bottom side of the map, and Uzi is getting a huge advantage.
Ming uses this opportunity, though, after Karsa leaves to pick up the Cloud Dragon reset.
Roll the dice.
What's the luck? Double Cloud here, and RNG going to have to just take what they get. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
That is the least interesting ultimate for you to pick up. I know there's Zoe ultis out there, but you're not too fond of the...
Still healing, still true damage.
I mean, ultimately, the damage is not going to be beneficial towards you if you're a tank or an AP building TheShy. That's why TheShy is going to be happy about the matchup. It scales in his favor in a side lane. So once he picks up items, real items, I mean, he's going to be completely over the world. But the value here about Sylas in the side lane, I know a lot of people have questioned it. We'll have to see if I can talk about that because Ning has other
You haven't
plans.
had a good chance to talk about many things this
sad.
game, Raz. Turret dive's going to come in through here. Do
Oh,
they
he
even need the
dodges it.
jungler? Xiohu does dodge it, but Rookie under turret holds on for long enough. Karsa comes back in, Sonic Wave, Resonating Strike, Dragon's Rage! Karsa sent back himself after the Grand Challenge comes through.
So close to getting the kill on towards Ning, but you can't dodge from an E. I mean, the Olaf damage is going to hit you, and Xiohu, even though he didn't get stunned out, was still going to just face that ton of damage. And that's, I'm going to talk about the benefit of TheShy there.
Please
because
go.
that was because not only is it going to be a two-man die, but it was an option for Sylas joining in. Sylas has an insane amount of push potential versus about every champion. Insane amount of skirmish potential versus amount of every champion. The scaling that the passive auto attack has once you use your E, remember it double procs because it's also the abduct as well as the first one. Abstain, what is it called?
Abduct is the one disappear,
is the last one,
and then Abstain is the rejoin. Pretty sure.
No, abduct is the rejoin.
Well,
but regardless, the names are not. The fact that you're able to get such an easy shove in lane and so much damage to follow up on that, there is no champion that I know of right now in the top lane that can deal with it easily. So, I mean, just that was an entire wave!
Yeah.
So welcome back. To be able to see that is kind of insane. Does need to get patched out. But it just means that for Ning, he gets so much stronger off that. He can invade pretty heavily in an already invading champion. He can focus on the mid lane matchup a little bit more, and TheShy can help him.
He also picked up Warrior in chat nice and early as well. So for Ning, he has the item advantage for now as he moves back up to the top side of the map. And TheShy, 20 CS down, he's just going to be forced to give more gold over to TheShy, leave this lane even further, and pay the respect to Ning.
We still have, if I counted correctly, 5 minutes until the turret plating goes off. That's a lot of turret plating. You got to defend yourself.
TheShy has to come back in, but the gold's already given over. This time Ning joins in the shares. TheShy will clear out the way with the help of Tiamat, but jungler's nowhere nearby. TheShy has to stay on this island for as long as possible so that the rest of RNG can be fine.
That's been something I really enjoy about TheShy. I think he is legitimately the most flexible top laner in his time last year. In the LPL, he can go towards carry options. This time around, he is a carry option, but he has to deal with so much flying at his face. Bad matchup early on, and he has Ning constantly pushing Karsa away in the top lane. So really, he's dealing with 2v1 situations, and sooner or later, it's going to be a 2v3.
In multiple lanes, Xiohu there sees Ning as he walks through the lane as well. Karsa left on response duty, but going to be spotted out. This control ward here means it could be contested, but too much damage early on for Karsa, so the Scuttle Crab is secured. Ning goes back to his own jungle, but look at what Karsa has up and available. He wants to start making magic happen himself.
We'll have to see. I mean, Karsa doubling down on the bottom side of the map is always something you'd love to see. He needs to get the mid lane push out. It looks like it's going to start with a fight.
Oh, Xiohu actually does take the Realm Warp, forces the flash there, locked down with the Rune Prison Sonic Wave. Karsa does take it though, Raz. Normally, not this time.
Great flash. But I said it had to start in the mid lane because they had so much control wards and just a lot of vision on the bot side of the map leading to the river in towards mid lane. Then now you can use Ryze to go bottom lane and help out Tristana, who is your strong point of the map. Yep. You can already see in the CS department that JackeyLove is able to keep up in gold.
TheShy getting pushed on the turret, even though JackeyLove there is able to get himself up. Some reason TheShy. Man, the one-on-one, TheShy again. Look how much is going on. Grand Challenge. Raz, you didn't like the ultimate, but Grand Challenge versus Grand Challenge. Which one is better?
Hit him.
I'd say TheShy if he can get all the procs off. Karsa comes in. Kick flash. TheShy 1v2. Flushes away. Oh. Here comes the Syndra. Scared of the Week was beautiful. And TheShy burns. So does Karsa.
Oh.
TheShy lives. How does he do it? Xiohu comes back in, 1v2 himself. TheShy re-engages, finds himself a W, still is alive. Orbs come down. TheShy is just that top laner.
Every damn week he does this. Never take him out again. I don't even want to see Duke in my eyes. That was so damn beautiful. Weaving in and out, and the movement speed that you get from your ultimate, if you're getting it from Fiora, is so relevant. Like, Karsa comes in and it looked like that was going to be enough damage to execute the CC that it had from his abduct, held Fiora down. In comes, just take a look. The moment this fight starts, Syndra beelines at top lane. The communication is certainly there. He knew that the Ryze was obviously going in the back. He had time to do this. The moment Karsa comes in for the fight, just take a look at what he does here. The Q doesn't come off from Fiora because the abduct was there from TheShy. Electrocute on top, obviously, because Rookie's helping him out, and that was just the cherry on top of the cake. The rest, I don't even care about. I'm sky high, baby.
I mean, this is perfect as well. Xiohu blocked away by Rookie. 3 kills, 3 moments for Invictus Gaming, and TheShy is just so good in the top lane. We've got more fighting with Ning just joining the mid lane. Xiohu this time, they'll find Ning, but Karsa gets flashed on as well. The whole of Invictus Gaming playing up to RNG. Xiohu dodges away from the binding, but Baolan coming in, locks on down Uzi. 3 versus 1, the support gets face called, flash over the wall. JackeyLove now, the fight, he's rendered. Ning reads joy back in, and RNG are getting outclassed here, Raz. Invictus Gaming find the final pierce, and that is a teamwork of a play that I've ever seen here from IG.
I mean, I thought that it was going to look good from Uzi, who jumped right in there to see if they can get something out of the play. I thought he would get the Syndra for sure. The flash over the wall was wonderful, and then you just see the re-engage. This is just now super tough for RNG. The game plan that they had to be able to buff up Uzi in side lane is no longer relevant.
Taking away my ability to speak. Invictus Gaming continue to do this. 8-1 now looking for the next one. Karsa denied again. Rookie with kill number 3. Double Dark Seal. Let's go, Magi's.
And that play reminds me of Game 5. Remember, IG versus RNG in the grand final, the last split. But that was RNG nailing down Invictus Gaming. People astray on the map in the final moments. This time around, IG has such a grand hold of RNG.
Earlier in the split, Ning got himself the Olaf. A couple of weeks later, Ning was not allowed Olaf pretty much until this point.
Yeah.
We've transitioned around coming into this series. I know behind stage we're talking a lot about the Zac, but the Ning's Olaf here just came up huge.
And at this point, Karsa coming in, looking to get the pick on towards Olaf. Olaf just does so much raw damage. What can you do? Take a look at Uzi. Because he's like, maybe I can get the pick on towards Rookie. Rookie hides in towards the bush, gets around the wall, and it's now Uzi that's going to get thrown away. So I think the initial plan from RNG was fine if they were able to get the kill on the Olaf, but Olaf at this point in the game is just so souped up.
Baolan survived for so long. JackeyLove, that flash in was great as well. JackeyLove, Baolan, Rookie, Ning, TheShy. You can't go wrong with any of the names at the moment here from Invictus Gaming. Yeah, give him a rank up there on Rookie.
Yeah, of course he deserves it. I think the most important thing about this one as well is that Ning recognizing that this game is such a snowball. It's not going towards the redemption build this time around, going towards the usual black cleaver, but he has the Warriors asterisk on top of that one.
Yeah.
He's saying, I'm going raw damage, all that DPS. It's going to be up to RNG that can try and hold that back. I think it's not going to happen.
Ning has a 2-level advantage, Raz. IG have an 8k advantage. throughout the whole team. Bounties for everyone as well. Almost second item picked up there for the carries in top, mid. JackeyLove as well on his way as well, where RNG in the mid lane, top lane, just trying to catch up.
Let's take a look at this. The government has put a hit on all members of Invictus Gaming except for Baolan. Gold bounties out there. Just take a license. If RNG miraculously can get a pick onto any of these members, that would be a nice pickup, but I think it's so difficult when you're going up against a Morgana composition. Sure, for Morgana compositions, usually, that's just a lot of pick potential there.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually that team has to sacrifice some engage if it's coming out of the swarm role, but for them to be able to pick it up and be so consistent around just pushing out through mid lane, clearing out control wards. See the control wards right there from Invictus Gaming. I don't know if they can get this pick on TheShy.
They really want TheShy. We'll just abscond away.
But they're just getting pushed and tugged across the map just because of the fact that IG has such a pretty huge control of this blue side jungle.
They're not giving it up as well. IG waiting around where the control wards are. Uzi's going to clear this. Get ready, rookie. Scan the weekend binding means instant kill here for Invictus Gaming. That pick potential continues to grow. Invictus Gaming get 2 turrets off the back of it as well. Almost 10,000 gold at 16 minutes in the game.
Yeah, how does it go now? I mean, at this point in time, if the game is snowballing this early for some, weaker teams, earlier teams in terms of synergies being grown, they usually mess up when they have this large of a lead 60 minutes in, because usually the big game ender is the Baron Asher. So if you don't have that, then maybe you start to play more proactively around turrets. That's when the enemy team has an option of being able to pick you. You saw that from RNG trying to get the kill on towards TheShy in the mid lane.
Yep.
But right now, Invictus Gaming looks just as clean as EDG did last game. They can play this without Baron buff pretty easily.
Now RNG haven't necessarily looked bad in this game. IG have just looked so much better. I think RNG have had a pretty good schedule, pretty good run so far, up towards those 9 wins, but having Invictus Gaming in the way, never did I think game 1 will be this one-sided.
It's insane. It looks and feels like a perfect game except for that one kill.
Yeah.
Makes me sad that, Uzi got that one kill.
JackeyLove had to die.
He did. At least for the stats team to not be able to throw that perfect game at RNG.
I mean, Uzi's on Tristana. This is also a dream come true. Taking the Hail of Blades means that if we do get into some of these later game team fights, that Uzi will get his 3 hits off, but then you're hoping that there was that pressy attack or fleet footwork there that should sustain him, move him around fast.
Lethal Tempo is the better rune for a later game team fight.
True.
Going towards the Hail of Blades is strong for early game, but at this point in time, I mean, he's just losing out from both the fleet footwork effectiveness on the healing and the movement speed as well, and then the lethal tempo, just raw attack speed. So I think he's gotten to a point where it is still nice to be pumping out that damage on primary carries, but I don't think he's going to ever get that backstage access again.
As the Infinity Edge Zeal, so at least we'll be able to do some of this damage, but are you still looking at those 2 items there for Invictus Gaming as they continue to clean out the vision completely in this top side. Invictus Gaming have the fastest win time here in the LPL by a full 1.5 minutes. And this is showing why. And they're not, I mean, they are more than willing to risk it. Oh no, Uzi double lockdown! It happens again, Raz. This is just Invictus Gaming now. What else is going to be theirs?
Try to pick up the wave. One step too far forward, and you get nicked. That is insane, and that means there's no AD carry up for a little bit longer. This tower is going to be a major target.
We start the fight. Look, that's the Realm Warp from TheShy as he steals it away. Galio jumps in with the hero's entrance, but JackeyLove cleans house again. In comes TheShy. They get a trade kill off the JackeyLove as Ming survives for long enough, but it's way too far. TheShy can't even get his first kill, and it's all over Red Rover there for RNG. 14-2, triple kill over the rookie, and this is the Invictus Gaming that made World Championship.
You even see the rookie right there not helping out his team. He knows that Tristana is available, and he wants that reset. Oh, he's gonna get
TheShy stops him, knocked on back with the ultimate. TheShy level 13, Uzi is out of there, but might be saved by the early death timers here. Invictus Gaming can't get one of the earliest games in the split.
It's funny. I mean, right now Invictus Gaming are so disciplined that even just the idea of rookie being there to help out pick on that tower or that inhibitor wasn't going to happen. Speaking of picks, that one was easy and clean for Invictus Gaming.
Yep.
The biggest surprise was them just risking it all, that KDA for that dive, because that could have been a game ender. This is why their games are that early done if they have an early lead. Knowing that the enemy team didn't have an AD carry, why not look for a dive? It's a cannon wave, we have the stronger champion, and it's Xiohu who gets targeted here.
Galio coming in, at least RNG picked up one of the kills. It was on Karsa. But at this point, that's all you can say. At least RNG got X. And you couldn't find Rookie in the end. Living on, TheShy still without a kill as he returns to 2019. But it hasn't been about the top lane this game, to be fair. It's been about the whole RNG just struggling under IG.
And it's ironic that RNG hasn't been favoring them, in the sense that usually if the game is that poor in the top side of the map, you try and trade sides of the map that early on. And I think the Dragons have not been netting themselves any favors. For a team that's been like catered towards that bottom lane lead, they had to pick up fights. Yep. Because it was an early Cloud Dragon. That's 3 Cloud Dragons, and Invictus, IG didn't have to focus on the bottom side at all.
They have to focus top side now. All right, Baron's going to go down. There's no one nearby. Xiohu does have Realm Warp if RNG just want to make a play, but Rookie solo's out. Xiohu lives through it. Doesn't even have the Seraph Embrace, but saved for another day as TheShy picks up the Tristana ultimate, runs on forward. Uzi going to get exploded. TheShy into the middle of 4 people. Realm Warp out. It's time to leave Xiohu. But Ming is going to be knocked back by the Tristana ult in the end as well. TheShy just sends him away. Invictus Gaming making this look like child's play in game 1.
He's full AP. He has Magi stacked up. This guy is ready to fight. That's insane to see from IG. They're just trying to nail this one down.
Abducted through game number 1. RNG have had no say. Invictus Gaming, we came into this match of the week saying how close it would be, but much like EDG and TOP, IG come through, clean house, clean up, destroy RNG, and our world champions of 2018 look fantastic and ready to take it to RNG in game 2.
Well, people always ask, why is there always that hope for a team that hasn't been necessarily performing at the stage that they were at Worlds, right? That they could come back, that they can get it together. They played up in this game. Now, it's still a best of 3. We need to see how RNG can fight back, but that was super clean. Discipline from all ranks and members, and you got to see TheShy take on TheShy. Like, TheShy came back, and sure, he hasn't had that practice. He was streaming, he was casting, he was getting everything out to be a personality, but he had to be thrown onto the field to help out RNG that were struggling.
Man, I saw the guy walk through the office. I thought, that's TheShy.
Yeah!
He's a caster now, okay.
Getting the makeup on his face.
You know, he's back in the game. And RNG, that tells a perfect story there. An absolute perfect story. It all ran out of control when people decided that TheShy was going to die. And what did TheShy do? Well, he just did not die, Raz.
I think he found himself, he probably seen...
in a good situation for TheShy.
Yeah. I think he's seen a few pentas. Like, I think he saw a few of them. He's like, we need to keep this going.
Yeah.
You know, it just says a lot about the communication if you look deeper into it a lot of the times. There are people who want to look back at those plays. If you're a YouTube watcher or... you just record whatever if your life is just that sad.
Okay,
I'm just putting that out
you
there.
Are a bully,
I'm an open man, all right? But if you
man.
record those plays, go back, rewind it all the way back, watch it for yourself. It was fun to just see Rookie roam so early on. The moment the skirmish happens, he's like, what am I going to do? I've already pushed out the wave. Ryze is already looking to base. I've already done essentially what I needed to do. I can either just stay in the mid lane for how long, wait for the next wave, base myself, or go towards the top lane when TheShy is looking for a fight. He does that, and he actually catches out Karsa as well.
Yeah, it was a clean execution there from Invictus Gaming, and I look at someone like Karsa and I go, well, Karsa was in the right place at the right time, but the execution from Invictus Gaming was just that much better. Goes to ask you that question of how Invictus Gaming are in comparison to the rest of the LPL, and I know it's only game 1, Raz.
Well, I mean, we'll see. For me, every single time we sing the praises of a team like TOP, FPX,
even IG,
it's just that competitive a league right now that you really do have to take a look towards week 9, week 10, and the playoffs. So right now, I mean, it's week 9.
It's week time, yeah.
Week time. It's week 9, and you get to really get a look at these teams starting to gear up. EDG at this kind of level looks superb, and Invictus Gaming, just as clearly put, I was always super critical of certain teams, young teams coming up that are really scrappy, that are getting those wins, because when it comes to playoff moments and best of 5s, defensive play is always the most valuable thing. And slow set plays are always the most valuable thing, because if you get that one lead in the bottom side of the map and the jungler just doesn't leave, then what can you do, right? You can either trade, or even if you trade, you're always on the losing end. And when you get teams at the end of the split or end of season that are so coordinated now, then you can't just be that scrappy team. You have to be more than that. And so I think TOP is more than that, but this is the first time that they're really getting challenged at this level, at this stage of the game. So I'm a little bit worried about them when they get towards playoffs, but as it stands, this is when lessons come through.
I'm looking at RNG and I'm saying, look, this is good still, though. Going up against Invictus Gaming now, you go through strength of schedule, which is something we've used a lot in the LPL. Yeah,
but I haven't heard in some time, so you're fine.
Thank you so much. And for RNG, you know, like the matchups are coming through. 9 wins still seems to be the safe number here in the LPL. And for IG, you know, like they've gotten past that point, or getting past that point there with Invictus Gaming in that win. Who picks up MVP? Well,
it has to be TheShy.
No, it's not. It's Rookie.
No! Give it to TheShy, man!
You should give it to TheShy. That was absolutely insane.
It's okay. They both played well.
Rookie had a great game, as you said. He roamed up top lane the Syndra early on.
Okay, I'll give it to him. I think they were all playing very well in the you got to give Rookie a few MVPs. 9 MVPs to his name, so he's going to be trying to challenge for Knight as rank 1 MVP getter.
Knight's on like 14 or 15
insane,
or something, so that's hard.
So it's nice to see that. I think this is a great story for Rookie, who's back on top in terms of his level of play.
Yep.
Because he's been having some risque plays in week 1 to, I'd say, even week 6.
I remember earlier in the split, Rookie was saying something about not liking Clement was saying something about not liking this Syndra on Rookie, and I agreed with that earlier in the couple of weeks that we started off.
But he's now back in action, and I like to see it. Hopefully they can clean it out early for this team in their aspirations towards playoffs.
You're definitely hoping there, because in game number 2, if I see that again, I'm not going to last. I hope we go to game 3. Summer Finals went the distance. Let's do it again in our match of the week, IG RNG, right after this. Missing just forces out Pepper.
Yeah, when the AD carry goes onto your main engage option and just chunks them out, that does spell trouble for V5. This is their one final shot. Can they find the scatter of the week? Orange going in.
Turn the tempo on. Lay flashes forward, but Mystic still untouched. Free firing in the backline, culling onto base chunk. GA still available. They jump all the way in. The hero's entrance. V5 still chasing up, but Pepper getting low. Mystic flashes away. Korn misses scatter of the week on the other side. Jinu is taking the 1v3, but goes into the world ender while Post is ending the game on the first Nexus turret. W just to play for time. Yorick digging turrets as well as Graves as Jinu goes into GA form. Let's go to the Nexus, because Post is knocking away at V5's chance for playoffs. It feels like it's gone. Dragon should be able to help with that. RNG in a choke. As Karsa now back at full health.
Wow.
It's a big chain onto the Jarvan. It would mean something, but Karsa's going to heal that up shortly once again. Catabarrage slowing that down. Heals there, keep his verdict away. They may have found amazing Jay, however, and BLG fronts to back, nicely done. They just need to kill the Poppy, but here comes the ultimate. Over ambitious. BLG will find their pick on the Poppy, but GA pops once again. Karsa is out. The lockdown from Jin Jiao. The Nico free firing. Pop blossoms down, and that's BLG's fight to win. RNG get destroyed under their mid lane inner.
That's the kill on Shanghong, because they just booted the rest of the team. Gimgoon's ultimate hitting 3 people. That is the most value I've ever seen in my life.
Agent 007 there from Gimgoon as he flings them away in game 3. We start the Baron again. Gimgoon still here on patrol duty, but they turn the fight. That's the versatility there of the Captain mid. He ults into the middle, gave him a 3rd one as well. Let's go again. Flop, 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 another one there. Holy moly.
Certainly was still building up his first tier. Still didn't get to the second one, so we'll see once he ends up finding that time to back it, selling his Doran shield.
Uh-oh. They're going for the Baron. 5K. 2K.
Oh,
yeah! The Baron steal coming in from Zhang Wuji. And now Rogue Warriors walk away victorious.
BLG has to be the one that holds that mid lane wave.
Going for the mid inner track. Mini ADD. Kuro is still in the river. Meteor needs to get in.
We're once again back at 5k HP.
Meteor this time tagged them away. They have no vision on Baron. Trollbubble is onto the cannon. Locked on down. Karsa goes for the re-engage. Second time. Brings them back in. Sandwiches them together. The last breath. The cannon ulti. One more combo. And BLG, their front line,
no longer existing in this harsh society. The reality of BLG, as they walk into the fire, they get burned.